Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Like and subscribe.
First, this idea of containment, that if you build a good foundation and good container, you're able to hold more, right? A good bowl holds a lot of water kind of thing. And so we took that idea and framed it through something known as body as a house. And so that was the metaphor used and weaved throughout the practice tonight, in which we focused on our breath and we focused on scanning the body. And we broke that down by the 3 layers I mentioned as a home and the 9 rooms that are in there. And we just kind of worked our way with our attention and our breath through the body, just noticing what was present or not present, and anything else that might have been running around our homes tonight. And then we capped it by just allowing ourselves to rest in what we call open awareness. And this is this idea where everything can be there and we can just sit in that kind of space of observation and notice it without feeling the need to necessarily be pulled along by it, forced to engage with it, or trying to change it, which all of those things we often do. And so in this space, we allowed ourselves not to. And then we closed off practice with a bit of gratitude for showing up and a bit of what we call merit. That's this idea of goodwill towards ourselves. And as we come to show up for practice and do this week after week, day after day, we then allow ourselves to take these skills into the world and interact differently with all the people that might come across our path. And the idea is if we're a little calmer and have a little more peace, we will pass that along through our actions.
Welcome to the Sit, Walk, Work podcast, a show about paying attention. My name is Dominic and I'm your host, and today is a guided meditation. If you find today's episode valuable, please share with your friends and family, and feel free to leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts. The show will begin after the following chimes.
While you're seated or in a comfortable position with the eyes closed, I'm going to be guiding you through various prompts, breath, body, mind. And really the goal here is to be good observers of what comes up. I'm not here to erase anything. I'm not here to make the day better necessarily, but I am here to help you learn how to meet the things that happen in your day-to-day, moment-to-moment experience. And I think over time, as you do that, you'll be given glimpses into a bit of stillness and peace. So that's the general sense of what we're going to do. So there'll be moments where it'll be silent, and you'll have this time to kind of reflect on the words that I'm saying. That being said, double check your posture. Make sure you can take a breath in, because breathing is a big part. So maybe inhale and exhale just to check it. Make sure that it works the way it's supposed to, and make any adjustments you might need. Then I like to let my hands rest somewhere comfortably where they're not going to be fidgeting or moving around a lot, where they can be steady. That might be in your lap, lying down. If you're lying down, it might be by your side. And then, of course, as I alluded to earlier, the invitation is to close the eyes. That the eye thing can be uncomfortable for some if they don't feel super safe. So you can also keep your eyes open too. You just want them focused off in the distance, so they're not fidgeting around and creating additional distractions. Yeah, I think those are the general housekeeping items. So welcome to your practice. Welcome to your time today that you've set aside for yourself to explore, to investigate, and to sit with whatever's happening internally. There's this thing in the Buddhist teaching about intention, and it's this idea that intentions aren't something that we force. into existence or we try to make happen. We let them arise when the conditions are kind of ready. An intention is a direction or a purpose for practice that we often can associate with it. And it can naturally occur. And before direction, it's good to have a bit of containment, something that can hold all of this. So that when we practice, we're not necessarily chasing clarity. We're learning to stay. As we build a bit of internal safety, we can move away from trying to fix or improve. And we just simply allow whatever arises to be there because we can hold it safely inside. So know that your practice isn't about what you're doing or you trying to become something. Today, we're going to allow ourselves to see what we can hold. Begin to bring your attention to the outline of your body, noticing the edges of your skin a bit. The goal here with this prompt is to notice where you end and space begins. The space around you, above you, below you, beneath you. Sensing and feeling the skin as if it's a boundary, not a barrier. Let your attention notice the weight of your body. One area you can really feel the foundational weight is in the pelvis. The parts of your body connected to a surface. So if you're lying down, that surface would be the bed or your mat. If you're seated and you have a back to the chair behind you, you might feel that as well. Let yourself notice the steadiness that's present in your legs. The stillness from your hands. We don't often realize how active our hands are in our lives, grasping and reaching and typing and touching. Notice what it's like to feel them simply resting here. Now, I'd like for you to imagine your body as a house. I like to think of it as a home with 3 floors. You have your foundation, which consists of the pelvis and the legs and the physical parts of our body that we feel grounded into. Your torso represents the living space, the main rooms of the home. The neck and the head represent the attic, the bedrooms, the observatories, the spaces where our memories and dreams are held. And if we consider this metaphor that our body is our home, It's a space that contains us. What's it like in there in this moment? What does it need? Much in the way that a breeze blows through open windows into your home, notice how your breath is moving through your body trying not to control it or change it, but really sitting with the breath and feeling it. You might notice where the breath begins with each inhale and how the breath begins with each exhale. Becoming aware of the moments when the breeze of the breath kind of pauses and you feel a bit of stillness. As you sit and practice, there's a whole world of things happening, moving about our home. There's the way our body feels. There's the thoughts that are constantly coming and going. That any moment might feel like distractions from you simply appreciating the breath in this moment. Should you find yourself being distracted in any way, simply allow your attention to return to whatever it is that we're focusing on in that moment. Notice what happens when you allow the exhale portion of your breath to slow down, to get a little longer, to be a little softer. It's as if you're just allowing it to simply ease out of the space of the body. Your practice today is going to continue with this metaphor of our body being a house, being a container for all of us. And we're going to scan the body using the breath, visiting the 9 rooms of our home: the bottom, the middle, and the top floors. And as you are entering these spaces of the body, these rooms, if you will, in our metaphor. And each one, look for and notice the sensations that are present. What do you feel when you enter that space? As you look for sensations, know that the absence of sensation is also worthy of note. Temperatures and textures and all of the above. So let your attention drop down to the base of your spine, to the bowl of your pelvis. This is what we would call your boiler room, your basement area. The place, the foundation where it all kind of starts. A space that we don't often visit. As your attention drops here, let your breath move to where your attention is. Breathing into this space, noticing what that feels like as you do. As we begin to move our attention up our imaginary staircase, we're going to move to the second room in our home, which is the space behind the right eye, the side of the right side of your face and head. In our metaphor, this is your attic, the place where we store our memories, the things that matter that we don't want to get rid of just yet, but don't have a place in our living space anymore. Notice any tension that might be physically present. Or the parts of the face and the neck that are hard to sense and notice as you hold your attention here, as you bring your breath here. Allowing our attention, our breath to move down the staircase and into the left shoulder, the left arm, and the left hand. This represents the room in your home with the kitchen. The place where we put a lot of love in and we hold things a little softer here. Noticing and sensing any feelings and sensations through that left arm, left shoulder. We also call this the hand of our heart. As we move through our house, we take the back staircase up to the space behind our left eye, the left side of our face, the left side of our neck. representing our bedroom, the space where our dreams are formed. Noticing sensations or the absence thereof. From the space of our bedroom, we travel down the staircase to the center of our chest, ending up in room 5, also known as our living room. Here you might feel your breath. Physically, your heart rests here. It's the center of activity in your home, place that everyone passes through to get to every other room. Even as you're scanning the body, if you find yourself encountering tension or physical discomfort, it's okay to simply observe that with minimal judgment. Breathe into that and allow yourself to be in that space with it. Sometimes we close off certain parts of ourselves so we don't have to engage with. Just like we close off certain rooms and don't go there because we're just not ready to deal with what's behind the door. Our journey from the living room moves us down the stairs to our 6th room, our right leg, our right hip, all the way down through your right foot, also known as our garage. It's where we exit the home and step into the world and connect with the world around us. It's how we put our best foot forward. Notice the sensations that are present. Feel the foot connected to the surface beneath it. Moving from the garage, we work our way back up the ladder and we come to our right arm, our right hand, and our right shoulder. In our home, this is our office. This is the place where we sign the contracts and make the deals and do the work that enables us to have everything within our home. Notice if you're holding tension in the hands and soften that. We have one more trip downstairs as we move from the office down the back staircase. We come to the left hip, the left leg, the left foot. Our laundry room. the place that's never done working, the place where everything comes out in the wash and we rinse and repeat, and the process starts all over again. Our final journey through our home takes us up to room 9 as we move up the staircase to the third eye, the space between your eyebrows, also what we call your observatory. From here, you can sense and feel all of your body in its full totality, noticing sensations running from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. Noticing which places were more alive within you and within your home, and which ones weren't. And as you're resting here with the breath, allowing the mind to kind of work through the metaphor and dealing with whatever may be happening in this moment. Notice that there are all of the things that you are witnessing, and then there is this sense that you're noticing it all. Not that you're necessarily connected to it, but that you've been observing it this entire time. That there's a little bit of space, a little distance, a boundary between what's happening inside of you and you seeing what's happening inside of you. We tend to call this space inside of our bodies. In meditation, we call it awareness. You can call it the space within your home in this metaphor. That there's activity there and stuff happening, and you can be engaged with it as little or as much as you like, but you are still observing it. That it isn't you. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, I invite you to put down the metaphor, the techniques, the scanning. Let yourself kind of rest here in this open space of awareness. As we begin to close out practice for tonight, allow yourself to acknowledge the gratitude and the courage it took for you to show up for this practice. To sit with everything within your space. To slow down and observe. And to be present. To exit the practice, I like to start by moving my hands a little, taking it slow and easy, feeling myself bringing back in the rest of the external world as I allow the eyes to blink open and notice what it feels like post practice.
That's the beauty of it.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. I invite you to check out my Substack, where we are building a community of like-minded individuals to discuss all topics related to the idea of paying attention. I hope to see you there. But until then, with Metta, may you be well.
Like and subscribe.